So before we made some videos talking about the power attack and how it's not really a real thing in fencing. This idea that there's this big attack that you wind up and smash into people and can bust through guards.
Yeah.
We already checked and it showed that this doesn't really work. So if Clark takes a good guard, I can put all the power I want into this. I'm not gonna go anywhere because he's got good structure. Now, a normal attack that I am throwing should be a powerful attack. I have good structure, I attack, and of course, if he blocks with good structure, it's gonna be blocked. But if he doesn't, I will get through it. Yeah. So what we were looking at is this whole idea of the power versus light attack. We're coming at this from the wrong context. And the context we're thinking of is video games, right? Our normal default attack is this light attack that's quick and fast, and the power attack is slow and heavy. But what if that's not the case?
I think how this should actually be looked at is your default attack is your power attack. What's different is the light attack. In KDF, there's these things called the tag hits. The masters say don't fear the tag hits. And what they mean by that is, sure, if I have a big cut here, that's gonna be a good cut. But if I have this light attack here, it's not gonna do much. But if I have this light attack to the hands or to the head, that might be enough to, if not end the fight, maybe make them reconsider their choices.
Or I'll disorient them enough or stop them functionally. So like we were talking about this light attack. If I make a not very powerful attack to the arm, it might be enough because it is a sword, but it might not. But if I do that same attack to the hand and I break some bones or sever some tendons, this might be enough to stop him from attacking. And either I win the fight because he can't fight anymore, or I win on the next hit. So yeah, like we were saying, the whole context here of light versus heavy attack, we're looking at it wrong. Your default attack is your heavy attack, and your light attack is your special technique. So let's look at a couple of different techniques in the German longsword system that fall under this.
Two of the techniques that we actually use that represent attack hit, there's two. One to the head, one to the hands. Duplieren to the head and striking to the hands. We'll start with the striking to the hands. Basically, all striking is if we meet in the bind, I just shoot down and just tag the hands.
And it doesn't look like much, but I mean, when we do this with gloves, you can really sting. Actually, I'm gonna need gloves for all these.
A few moments later.
In the bind, I can't really get past him, so what I can do is target the hands with a striking. You come down and hit.
That might not seem like much, but that would be enough. That would be absolutely enough to sever some tendons and break some bones. Do it again.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be static. If your range is better than they am, I'm in this guard and they try and do a thing, I can step back and hit. So this is a very dynamic cut that you can kind of do whenever you want. That isn't a very powerful attack, but because it's targeting these fleshy little carrots, it's usually enough to end the fight there.
Never describe fingers as fleshy carrots again.
My fleshy little carrots.
Oh, I hate
fleshy
it.
little carrots.
No! All right. Then let's talk about Duplieren.
Duplieren. So this is an attack to that. Duplieren means doubling, because it's basically I'm going to hit the same opening twice, or I'm going to target the same opening twice. If I cut and he parries, oh no, he parried me, but I can Duplieren to the ear, to the head, attacking the same opening twice. Now this works when they're hard in the bind. If he just sits here and he's hard in the bind, this is what makes it safe, because I can go around and his tip will go past me. So I can hit. If he's hard in the bind, I can Duplieren. If he's weak is when it gets dangerous, because if he's weak, when I do this, he can double me or respond in kind. So this is always when they're hard in the bind.
Or if I'm pressing, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm here, yeah, and I'm pressing out, into his strong especially.
Yeah. But again, it's not a very powerful hit. It's just going from here to here. Now you can power that with this rotation a lot, but it'll never be as strong as an actual cut. But you don't need it because it's targeting the head, the ear, the eye, anything like that. Things that bleed a lot, even if it doesn't end it. If I hit him over the eye and he's bleeding all down his face, it's kind of hard to fight people when you can't see.
And especially like you're gonna throw this hit and then get out. So like let's do this is good. So he's gonna throw this, make the hit, and then he's gonna get out and protect himself. He can close himself there, or he can get out and protect himself. And now I'm bleeding, and I'm hurt. You know, it's not a good time. So these are the tag hits, and again, they aren't your standard attacks. They're specialty attacks. So this concept of like the heavy attack is like your special attack, and the light attack is your main attack. No, it's the other way around. because we're not all talk, we're gonna show you how it looks in practice. Tag, wasn't it?
Basically, because I only went from here
Yeah.
to your hand.
Clark's a better fencer than me, so this is a little bit frustrating.
Nonsense.
You're my instructor.
Yeah, nice.
Like Trump.
Trump's
I think that was a tag though. That was like a full on.
Yeah, I feel like Trump's aren't that taggy.
I got in there, but I'm not going to stop you.
The danger tactics too.
Yeah, so I got a tag, but I didn't get back in time. Now the question is, would I have stopped him with that cut? The answer is maybe.
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 I feel like in that case, no, because I was already moving.
You're already moving, yeah.
But generally,
The tag hits are risky.
tactics and afterwards.
Yeah. This video was brought to you by me. There is no sponsor, and I kind of want to keep it that way. So if you guys like our content and you have the means to do so, please consider supporting us for $1 a month on Patreon. It really, really helps us out. And I'll see you next time.